Most passing yards in Arena Football League history. It's a three-man race. All active, all over 40,000 yards. Clint Dalzell, Dallas, Cedric Bonner. It's spelled Sherdrick, but it's pronounced Cedric. He's close to 41,000, and Andy Kelly leading the way. And our next guest is the second man on that list, Cedric Bonner of the Arizona Rattlers. Monday night, it's going to be mic'd up in front of the national audience, hosting the LA Avengers. And we already mic'd him up early in practice to see what it was like. Cedric Bonner on the hot list. What was it like wearing a microphone?
I try not to use profanity or anything like that. I try to keep my language correct because my mom is usually watching. So outside of that, everything else is just free flowing. It's the same. It's really no different than any other day.
Now, you played with 4 NFL teams. How would a play call be different? Like, if we tune in on Monday night, what would be an example of the same play and how it sounds different in AFL?
Well, I think there would be a lot more words. Let's see. Let me think back to my old Atlanta playbook. Ace right, trips, bunch, wing dam, 77, 63, bow down and in, wing trap. And for us, that would be, left wing loop, 67, X post, Y smash or Y arrow. So I think the wordage is a little different. It's a little shortened up, but still you're telling everybody what to do, getting them all in the right spots.
And if there are some folks out there who didn't play in the NFL or AFL, like, say, me, what does that mean?
That means you got a corner route by one guy, you got a post route by the other guy, and the third guy's going to run a smash route.
Now, in the AFL, there's almost no option for a handoff. Have you ever ad-libbed in the Arena Football League to a handoff?
You mean audible to one? I'm a
you?
Quarterback. I would never audible to a handoff. No, sometimes you do in the red zone. When you get certain defenses, you will change a pass to a run just because numbers-wise, you have the advantage in the run game.
Well, numbers-wise, yours are off the charts. 40,000 yards passing, 800 career touchdowns. What do you think when you start looking back? I mean, you're not done, but when you start looking back on your career about these numbers you put up?
I've been blessed to play with some tremendous players, and here in Arizona, we had a core together for 10-plus years, and I think that was really key to my success and my growth as a player, and being with Danny White helped. I've been blessed to be around great players, and so they're just as much as part of every one of those numbers as I am.
What's the biggest way Danny White, the former Dallas Cowboys quarterback, has impacted your career? Actually, even off the field. I mean, just on, how to be a man, how to be a leader, and on the field, just maintaining and managing a game. I mean, those are the little things, paying attention to little details. Those are the things that he was a stickler on, and, always, following the guidelines, being where you're supposed to be on time. Those are the kind of things that he taught me that I'll never be able to shake. I mean, I still get to meetings 5-10 minutes early. Don't want to take a chance on being late because his watch was always early. So you got used to those things and helped me to be a better professional. And if things aren't going right for you and the Rattlers right now on offense, you have nobody to complain to because you, after all, are the offensive coordinator. How do you balance those two jobs?
It gets tough at times. I think Coach Noodle has helped out tremendously. He's learned as much this year probably as he has in a while just on offensive football. He's done a great job of really applying himself to do so, and it's just basically having the freedom. So for our offense, it's an open forum. We've got a good package, but we allow guys to come with us with things that they might think can work, and we just try to go out and execute and try to keep it as simple as possible so our athletes can be that and not be running around like a bunch of thinkers trying to figure things out, so they can be explosive and go out and make plays.
The Arizona Cardinals have a lefty quarterback, obviously, in Matt Leinart, but you've spent 15 years in the Valley there with the Rattlers. How well known are you when you walk around town going to movies or the mall or grocery store?
I know a few folks. A few folks know me. So, I cherish it. I mean, it's an incredible honor to play in front of these fans. I mean, this is one of the most sports-hungry towns you can find, and our fans have been tremendous. So, when I'm out and people say hi, I stop and talk. I don't mind it at all. It's a blessing and an honor to be a representative from your team and for your state as well. So when people do recognize me, I love it. It's awesome.
How would you compare the league now to the way it was when you broke in the early 90s? Well, I think the talent level is off the charts. I mean, now, you're seeing the athleticism of guys, and not only the receivers and quarterbacks, but from the defensive linemen, the offensive linemen. There's so many talented players that with the right break, could be playing on Sundays in the NFL. I think that's the biggest deal. That and possibly the parity amongst the league. I mean, there's a chance for any team, no matter the record, to beat any other team. And it wasn't like that when I first came in. You had a couple pigeons that you knew you were going to beat. And nowadays it's not like that.
At 38, you've got so much history behind you. How much football do you have in front of you?
I don't know. I'm going to sit down with my wife and have a conversation about it and make a good decision. I still love the game. I still feel like I'm competing at a high level. So I'd rather keep playing if that's my choice. I'd rather keep playing than shut it down early and then wish I was still out there. So I'm going to sit down with her and we'll talk about it when I get back to Colorado and just make a decision from there.
Well, fans nationwide get a chance to see you, the Rattlers and the Avengers, Monday Night Football, ESPN2. Sherdrick Bonner, we appreciate you joining us on the Hot List and ESPN News and hope you'll come back on the show soon.
Absolutely. Thanks for doing everything for the league. It's been awesome this year.